Good morning, students. Good morning to all. So, till last day we have studied the first unit, right? So, and the last day itself, the first unit has completed. So, in this first unit, we have three lessons. That three lessons also we have completed. And today we can put the second unit. Okay, so fourth lesson in second unit. Okay, so in this second lesson, the first chapter is forms of business organization. Forms of business organizations. So we can classify the business organizations. Different type of the forms are there in these business organizations. Okay. So this diagram explains the what are the forms are there in these business organizations. So this business organization broadly classified as a two types. First one is non-corporate enterprises and next one is corporate enterprises. Okay. Non-corporate enterprises also classified as a three types. First, non-corporate means so without having any of the norms and conditions, and it will not be considered as a corporate. Okay, that is called non-corporate enterprises. So this is also classified as a three types. First one is sole trading organization. Next one is partnership, and third one is joint Hindu family business. Okay. Next, the corporate enterprises is classified as three types broadly. First, government enterprises, private enterprises, and cooperative enterprises. And the government enterprises also will be separated as two types: public undertaking and public utilities. So private organization also will be separated or will be lead to of the other organization is joint stock companies. So today now we will study about the non-corporate enterprises. In this non-corporate enterprises, so we will study about the sole trading organization. So normally a business organization which is engaged in some industrial or commercial activity, right? So if you are considering any of the organization, it is engaged in some industrial or the commercial activities, right? So it represents an institution's arrangement for carrying on any kind of business activity. Okay, if you are considering any of the business organization, so it must be engaged the production or the distributions of commodities. That is called commercial activities. Okay, so these business organizations may be owned and controlled by a single individual or by a group of individuals who have entered into a formal or informal agreement to jointly conduct the business. So if we want to conduct or undertaking any of the business organization, so we have two ways. As individually we can do it some effort as a business organization. Otherwise, if it is not possible, so we can arrange some other persons as a partnership. And so this business organization will consider as a partnership business organizations. Okay, with the help of two more peoples, if any of the business undertaking is conducted, that is called partnership business organizations. Okay, so business undertakings are directly or indirectly engaged in the transfer of exchange of goods and services for value, any of the value, right? So normally the business undertaking means it is directly or indirectly engaged in the transfer of goods and services from the producer to consumers. Okay, so normally the business organizations mostly engage with the exchange of or transferring the goods from one place to another of the place. Okay, so in this business organizations, as I told already, it's a different type of the business organization is there. So in this first one of the business organization is sole trading concerns or sole trading business organization or sole trader, right? So sole trading business or sole proprietorship or sole trader. Okay. The sole proprietorship is a form of business organization in which an individual introduces his own capital, uses his own skill and intelligence in the management of its operations. Okay, so in this union of this business organization, any individual person introduces his own capital and uses his own skill and intelligence in the management of its operations. It's called sole proprietor businesses. Okay, or if a single person are undertaking all the effort to conducting the business activities or the commercial activities, it is called as a sole trading business. So in sole trading business, the individual alone may run the business or may obtain the assistance of employees. Okay, so the one of the proprietor may be as a single person. Okay, but he may arrange some of the particular person as a employee. Okay, but all the effort, all the decisions are taking or deciding by the single persons only about their business organizations. So it is the first stage in the evolution of forms of organization and is thus the oldest among them. Okay, so before invention of the other type of the business organization such as partnership organization and public undertaking and government undertaking, so the sole trading business only was there. Okay, because some of the invention or innovations and some of the effort to conduct the business organization always arranged within the single person's mind only. Okay, so on the basis of that, so the sole trading business was arranged, right? And the sole trading business, also known as the individual entrepreneurship. Individual entrepreneurship means, so normally the individual persons only have to arrange all the required capital and the persons only have to take all the effort. He has to take more effort to continue their business activities, and that persons only has to take all the responsibilities about the risk of losses and other types of losses. And not only that, to raise the required capital, the individual may depend mostly on his own savings, or else he may borrow part of the whole from his friends or relatives or financial institutions. Again, for the purpose of start any of the new industries in this sole trading business, the individual persons only have to arrange all the required capital. Otherwise, he can able to borrow the money from their friends and relatives or other institutions. Okay, he cannot able to borrow the money from their partnership. Okay, because this individual persons only have all the rights to deciding their business activity, and that man only has to take more effort to continue their business. Okay, so we can consider that it is the sole trading business also considered as a individual business organizations. So the business may be started either in a portion of the proprietor's own house or in a rental premises. Okay, so normally even if a single person want to start at any of the industries without having the separate building or premises, he can able to use the own houses as a business organization, right? Otherwise, he can adopt at any of the separate premises to conduct the same business organizations. And moreover, in the sole trading business, there are no legal formalities to be gone through except those required for a particular type of business. For example, if one wants to start a restaurant, has to obtain a license from the health department of the municipal corporations, because the restaurant is always providing the services to the public. Okay, so when he is conducting in of the restaurant, he has to provide the promise to the government, so they have to preparing all the healthy food and healthy water and healthy infrastructure facilities. Okay, so he must obtain some of the license from the health department of the municipal corporations. After that, he can easily conduct their business organizations without any trouble. And next, the definitions of the sole trading business. So the sole trading business also defined under the two types of category. First, we will study the important one of the definition. So the sole trader is a type of business unit where a person is solely responsible for providing the capital, for bearing the risk of the enterprises, and for the management of business. Okay, if a persons are taking the full responsibility as a single and for bearing all type of the risk of the enterprises and is conducting the management of business, it is called sole trading business. Okay, so sole trader is a type of business unit where a person is solely responsible. Solely responsible means he only have to take all the responsibilities for providing the capital, okay, without others' help, for bearing the risk of enterprises. Okay, so what are the risks arised? He only have to bearing all type of the risk, and for the management of business. Okay, so what are the decisions have to take about the management or the successfully management? He only is the responsible. Okay, so one person who is having the full responsibility for providing the capital, bearing the risk of enterprises, or for the management of business, is called sole trading business. Right. Next we will okay students, next we will study the characteristics of sole trader. Okay, so in the sole trader, so what are the basic characteristics are there? So one of the basic characteristics of sole trader is ownership by one man. Ownership by one man. So the sole trading business is owned by a single persons. Okay, if you are a sole trader, if you are a single trader, so you only have to arrange all the capital and you only become as a ownership for your company or your organization. Okay, so the sole trader contributes the required capital. He is not only the owner of the business but also manager of the entire affairs. Okay, if you are the owner for your business organization in the sole trading organization, so you will not become as a owner. You are the manager, you are the chairman, you only are all in all for their business organizations. Okay, so all the undertaking, all the business activities, all the decision related to the business activities, everything will be taken by the single persons. Okay, so ownership by one man in this sole trading business. Next, freedom of work and quick decisions. Okay, so under the sole trading organization, how the owner will having the freedom of work and will taking the quick decision. Mean it is full freedom and the decisions will be taken with the minutes. Okay, so if you want to take any of the decision regarding the business activities, suppose for example, if you want to extend their business activities, if you want to transferring the shop from one place to another place, he can taking the decision as very quickly. Okay, so and there is no more trouble to asking any permission for their friends and their partnership. Okay, so he has more freedom to doing the work. Okay, if you want to come within any time, he can come, and whenever we want to go, and he can go. Okay, so as per their own conscience, as per their own interest only, he will conduct the business activity. So since the individual is himself as a owner, he need not consult anybody else. Hence, he can take quick decisions. Okay. So in this partner organization or any of the other type of organizations, so one single persons cannot able to take the decision related about their business activities. Okay, so in this business organization, in these partnership organizations, so all the partners have to take the decision, and each partner also have to get the consent of other partnership, then only so it will be possible. But in these sole trading organizations, So without asking any permission from others and without government interventions, he will take all the decisions related to the business organization, right? Next one is unlimited liability. So liability means responsibility. Okay. So their responsibility is unlimited. Suppose in this partnership organization, their liability will be as a limited. Okay. But in this sole trading organization, their responsibility is unlimited. Unlimited mean, for example, so when his business assets are not sufficient to pay off the business debts, he has to pay from his personal properties. Okay. For example, if you want to conduct any of the organization, when he is unable to, when he is not sufficient of insufficient of the full finance, he has borrowed already from the business organization or business organization, any of the banking organizations. Okay. But in these situations, if he faced any of the loss, he has to pay off or rendering the borrowed money from the bank is paid off by the single persons, and he must be take the responsibility to give back all the amount to the bank. Suppose if the assets of the business is not sufficient, he has to sell their own property and give back to the bank. Okay, this is called unlimited liabilities. Okay, not only this is, so many of the liabilities also will be there, and all the liabilities also will be held by the single persons. Okay, so there is no limit in these sole trading organizations. Next, enjoying entire profit. So he strives tirelessly for the improvement and expansion of his business and enjoys all the benefit of his hard work. Okay, so in the sole trading organizations, how much of effort he is taking, so on the basis of taking the effort, he will get more profit. Okay, and all the profit is enjoyed by the single persons only. So in this business partnership organization or other organization, so the profit is going to share to all the partners, and in this other type of business organization, he has to provide they have to separate all the entire amount as a dividend, like such a dividend. Okay, but in the sole trading organization, so all the end profit will be enjoyed by the single person. Next, absence of government regulations. So in the sole trading organization, there is no government norms and regulations. Okay, so absence of government regulations are there, so the single persons can doing their business activity as more freedom. He can take all the decision without asking any government, and he has no need to worrying about the government regulations. Okay, suppose if he has some amount of the capital and the own land and the some of the skills, so he can easily undertaking the business activity. Next, no separate entity. No separate entity means the separate organizations. So the sole trading concern comes to an end with the death, disability, insanity, and insolvency of the individual. Okay, suppose in the sole trading organizations, the owner is dead, so the business organization will come to an end without any problem. Okay, but in this partnership organization and other type of organization, it is not like that. So many of the problems will be arise, and we have to complete all the formalities. And the next feature is maintenance of secrecy. So in the sole trading organizations, so all type of the secret about their business activity will be maintenance as a secret. Okay, but in this partnership organization, we cannot say as definitely, so our secret matter will be as a secrecy. Okay, suppose it will be spread by one of the partnership from one company to another one of the companies. Okay, so since he is manage all the affairs of the business, the secrecy can be maintained easily. So without worrying about their business secrets, it will be protected by their own itself. Okay, so the 7 characteristics are there in the sole trading business organization. First one is ownership by one man. Next, the freedom of work and quick decisions. Next, the unlimited liability. Next, enjoying entire profit. Fifth one is absence of government regulations and no separate entity and means of secrecy. Next we will study the advantages of sole trading business. Okay, so what are the advantages are there in the sole trading business mean? First one of the advantages is easy formation. Okay, to establish the sole trading business organization, it is easy to form it. Okay, so for that you have to some amount of capital. So even if it is less or more, that is not a problem. Okay, but you have to some of the capital and you have to invest and some of the skills to producing or conducting the business organizations. Okay, and if it is that, then you can easily format your business organization when even in your home itself. Okay, suppose if you separate the part of your home as your business organization, you can do it. Okay, and there is no formalities to conduct the business organization. For example, the petty shop and the Xerox center and the DTP operating center and some of the bakeries and the tea stall. Okay, for establishing this all the things, there is no rules and regulations. Okay, so without any of the controversy, we can easily form it. Okay, so no legal formalities are required to initiate a sole trading business. So any person capable of entering into a contract can start it, provided he has the necessary resources for it. If he has the necessary resources, so we can easily establish that business organization. Next, incentives to work hard. So there is a direct relationship between effort and reward. There is a direct contact. There is a direct relationship means work hard and the effort. So if he has taking more effort, he will get more reward. Otherwise, he is not get any of the reward. Okay, on the basis of taking the work hard and taking the effort only, he will get more reward in the form of profit or any of the other forms. So the fact that the entire profit can be taken by himself without sharing with anybody else induces him to work ceaselessly. Okay, so if there is no need to sharing their profit, he can enjoy as a single person. He can enjoy all the profit as a single person, and he will their purchasing power and here the living standard also will be increased within the quick period. Next, credit standing. So since his private properties are held liable for satisfying business debts, he can get more financial assistance from others. Okay, so when he has the unlimited liabilities and when he has the properties as his own name, he can able to borrow the money from any of the money lender and the commercial bank. Okay, by having their properties. Okay, because there is no one to stop their properties to sell their properties to the others. Okay, so we can easily adapt the credit facilities by having their own properties in his own name. Next, the personal contact with the customer. So since sole proprietor knows each and every customer individually, he can supply goods according to their taste and preferences. Okay, the sole trading organization, the sole trader only has the personal contact with the customers. Okay, normally if in this partnership organization or any of the other trader also will not having that direct contact with the customer. Okay, but the sole trader only will have the direct contact with the customer. Okay, but whenever the customer want to change their commodities and change their taste and preference of the commodities, he can easily understand and he will be able to change. Okay, so whenever he has increased the personal contact with the customers, so the wholesaler and the producers also will be helpful to the sole trader. Okay, but he only knows about all the taste and preference of the customers. Next, the small capital. The small capital also one of the benefit to formatting the sole trading business. Okay, for to establish the partnership organization or any other type of organization, so the huge capital is necessary. Okay, but in the small trading organization, by the having the small capital, we can easily establish one of the business organizations. Okay, so for making any of the petty shop or any of the Xerox center or one of the tea shop, so if he has limited capital only is enough, right? Next, the flexibility. The sole trader can easily adjust himself to changing requirement of his business. Okay, so if he want to transferring their ownership to the other hands, it is very easy. And if he want to change the business activity from one place to another place, it is also very easy. Okay, and if he extend the business activities also, will be very flexibilities. Okay, so whatever you want to extend or decrease their business activities, so it is very easy flexible. Okay, so the what are the advantages are there? First one is easy formation. Next one is incentives to work hard. Third one, credit standing. Next, personal contact with the customer. Another one is small capital. Sixth one is flexibilities. Okay, students, today it's enough, I think. So in this area, if you have any doubt, please ask me. And is your study portion also is the same only. So the characteristics of sole trading business. Okay, students, thank you.